All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this session of Dot Talks. Before we begin with today's session, let me just quickly introduce what exactly this platform is, Dot Talks. Now, Dot Talks is basically a platform where we present people from different disciplines and fields to come and share their views and opinions on various issues. Now, this is traditionally held in the form of talks where we have guest speakers come in and address the audience, and a Q&A session is held towards the end. It's organized by Tetso College at Dimapur, and we will give you more information about that later on. But for today's session, we thought of doing something different. We thought of having this in the format of a chat show because we want this session to be as informative as can be. And this student is especially focused towards students who wish to enroll for this BBA course. Now, when it comes to courses and higher education in Nagaland and with most of the Northeast, preference is automatically given to courses like traditional courses like BA Political Science, BA History, English Honors. These are courses that automatically students think of enrolling. But what we have observed over the years, especially when we sit in for admissions counseling, is many a times students actually enroll for these courses without really being sure of why they're enrolling for these courses. So we've had students enroll for English honors, and when we ask them why exactly are you choosing English honors, they're not very sure. When they enroll for BA Pol Science honors, we ask them why exactly have you enrolled for Pol Science. Again, they're not very sure. So it's very important for our students to actually understand the courses that they are enrolling for. And today's session will do exactly that. It will introduce BBA, Bachelors of Business Administration, as a course which we are declaring has high employability skills, in the sense that what is most important about education is that it should help the person become self-sustaining. It should help the person get a job. It should help the person find employability after their education is over. And we want to put the message out there that BBA is one such course which does help out. But let me not take much of time and speak about this because we do have two specialists to speak about this topic. Joining us today are assistant professors from the Department of Commerce and Business Administration Management from Tetso College, Ms. Asani and Ms. Payal Datta. Ms. Asani has an excellent student record, having secured the third rank in BCom Accounts and Finance under NEU. She then cleared the NU MAT and completed her MBA from Nagaland University, where she also secured the second rank. During her MBA campus interview, she was selected to work at several organizations. However, teaching is her passion, and so we are so thankful that she decided to pursue this field because she is an excellent teacher, instructor, and today she is joining us as one of the resource persons. We also have today with us Ms. Payal Datta. She secured a gold medal in MCom, specializing in accounting from Assam University, and she has ample experience in the corporate sector. Prior to joining Tetso College, she worked as an assistant manager in Axis Bank Limited, operation trainee in SBI Life Insurance at the head cashier at the Vodafone outlet in Dimapur. So hearty welcome to both of you, and we do hope that this session will be fruitful for everyone. Now, please, these are a few instructions that we had to pass on throughout the session. I request the attendees to kindly keep your microphones muted. This is just to make sure there is not much audio interference during the talk. At the same time, you can use the chat window to type in your questions, and we will be having a Q&A session at the end of this chat show. At the same time, I also request you, in case you're having any technical errors, do let us know and we will try to help you out. All right, now, without much further ado, let me welcome the two lovely ladies on the show. Ms. Payal, Ms. Asani, welcome.
Okay.
All right, so let's begin with the questions, okay? I want to start, let's hit right at the center, right? What exactly is BBA, all right? And what exactly do students learn in this course? If you could quickly highlight us on that. What exactly is the essence of this course?
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having us today for the session, and I would like to take the first question. To answer this, we have prepared few slides for this. Of Ms. Payal, can you please share it with us? Ms. Payal, are you there? Okay, I think it's now visible to all of us. All right, BBA, which is the expanded form of Bachelor of Business Administration, is a professional undergraduate management course which is widely accepted all around the world in the field of management and business. BBA is one of the best courses out there, and this I say because there are numerous benefits which one can gain from enrolling in this course. And by the end of this session, I believe we all will realize the importance of BBA as a course. Now, the eligibility criteria for BBA is quite simple and convenient. If a person has cleared the 12th, which is the higher secondary level of exam, you can opt for a BBA course irrespective of your discipline. So whether you are from arts, commerce, or science background, you can still opt for a BBA course. As long as you meet the requirements, the minimum percentage requirements. Now, the minimum percentage requirements may vary from university to university, and even in some institutions, they demand some kind of percentage. In context to the Nagaland University BBA course, the demand at least a minimum percentage of 45% aggregate of marks in their higher secondary level. The duration of BBA course is generally 3 years. Under NU, we have the 3-year course divided into 6 semesters, which means per semester we have 6 months. Also, BBA course under NU is, they do not provide a general or a pass course. Instead, they have an honors course where you have to go for specialization. And this is the good thing about BBA. You have specializations. Specializations will help you pick those papers or subjects which suit your interest best. Now, according to the NU syllabus, they offer 3 different specializations, and those are finance, marketing, and human resource. Out of those 3 specializations being provided, a student has to pick any 2 specializations of their choice. So if, say, someone is interested in marketing staffs and human resources, handling human resources, so the person can go for marketing management and human resource management as a dual specialization instead of opting for a financial management specialization. With a clear idea of all these subjects, one can pursue what they want with the help of the specialization. And to answer the second part of the question, what you will actually be learning as a student, what you will be learning in a file next slide, please. Yes. What you will be learning in a BBA course is this. BBA covers the basic management courses and opens up to a whole lot of opportunities for candidates who wishes to pursue maybe further studies right after the BBA, say MBA, or they want to get executive level jobs right after their BBA graduation, or maybe some people they wish to start their own ventures. Now, in an attempt to all these and even more, the degree is designed to give students and graduates a broad knowledge of functional aspects of a company and also their interconnection. For this purpose, BBA course under Nagaland University is divided into 2 different subjects. First is the core subjects, and second, the specialization subjects. So for core subject under NU, we have business environment, to know what business environment is all about, the various aspects and factors in the business environment. Management and organizational behavior is also one of the papers. Production management, what goes into production process and how to manage them. We also have quantitative techniques, which is a mathematical paper. We have fundamentals of accounting, strategic management, and so on. 4 specialization papers under marketing management, students will get to learn more on retail management. Students will learn what it goes under a retail sector. Advertising, which is one of the most important aspects of marketing, will also be studied. And CRM stands for Customer Relations Management, which is basically learning about the importance of customers and the importance of maintaining good customer relationship. Under the HRM specialization, students will learn about industrial relations, social security, and labor welfare, and HRD, which is the human resource development. Developing human resources in an organization is very important. So you'll be learning that in this paper. And finally, we have finance specialization. The financial management specialization also includes important and interesting papers such as banking and insurance, financial institutions and market, corporate tax, wherein you'll be learning tax planning as well as tax management. So in an approach to educate students better on all these subjects and even to make it more understandable and interesting, the papers, the students will be exposed to different learning aids such as case studies, video presentations, class discussions, and many more. I hope that answers the question.
Mm. Thank you so much. Yeah, Miss Asari, it does. I think it's lovely to know that BBA actually has a wide range from reaching from HRD to CRM. You do have a lot of things being taught under BBA, but we have also heard, and at least I have, that the duration of this course varies from state to state, university to university. Say, for example, under NU, the BBA course has a duration of 3 years. It's a 3-year course, okay, 6 semesters. But places like Assam, West Bengal, in some places, BBA is a 4-year course. It has two extra semesters. Now, does this mean that the syllabus which NU is providing has less to offer? Does it mean that other states, this BBA course has more to offer? Why is this difference in the timing actually? The the whole the duration of the course. Why exactly is it does it vary so much? Any
Okay,
one of you can
yes, I'll take that question again. The degree generally, like you have said, takes 3 to 4 years to complete. So yes, the duration of the course varies, and but that totally depends on the country where you're seeking admission, the institution where you will be going to, the subject area, courses selected. For instance, in countries like US or Canada, the BBA degree typically takes up to 4 years to complete. Whereas in a country like ours, India, or even Europe for that matter, the degree is generally for 3 years. And this does not mean that we don't have much to offer if we have to talk about NU in that context. See, as citizens of Nagaland, we should know it is important for us to know the BBA degree which is offered by the Nagaland University is recognized by the UGC, that is the University Grants Commission, and hence the degree is valid. So my point here is it is absolutely not, it doesn't mean that we don't have more to offer. Instead, it is the time management and managing the courses in such a manner that students make the most out of it within the limited time frame. So the validity of degree is not a question that one should ponder upon. And my point here is why to waste an additional year studying when you can complete the course in say 3 years time rather than 4 years time and move on to your next goal, maybe go for further studies or work if you wish to and get a job by completing your degree within that time frame.
So I guess it's quantity which doesn't matter as much as the quality, and as long as this quality is set, I guess that's all that matters. So thank you for that. Now another question which I had was this BBA course. Okay, in terms of employability, it is often seen as a highly employable course. Why exactly is that? Is what makes this course, okay, BBA, high in terms of employability? What is exactly that essence which drives it to make this course that way? Anyone can take up this
Okay,
question.
I'll take this question. Thank you, sir, for the question. Yeah, the BBA course offers high employability, and that is very much true. Now, how it is true in what context? I would like to share a few slides on that. Ms. Asani, can you please help me with the slides?
Yeah, I am starting to present. Is it visible to all?
Yes, 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 yes. Can you please take that slide which I was talking about?
Sure. Please wait a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Is it visible now?
Yeah, I think this slide is visible. Okay. Now, this slides, it shows the trends of government jobs available for the last 5 years. From 2015 to 2019, I think you can see in the screen. In the year 2015, the number of government jobs available was 110. And as the year goes by, in the year 2019, that is last year, the number of posts available was only 45. Okay, and if you compare it with the number of candidates appeared, it's only Nagaland. Okay, if you compare with the number of candidates appeared, you can see it's a 5-digit numbers. Like in the year 2015, 15,000 candidates appeared, and the numbers are fluctuating. Like, but it's not crossing even in the 100 limit, not even 1,000. It's in 5-digit order. The number of candidates appeared. I would like to show you the same figures for the trends of jobs in UPSC, which is centrally. If you see, in the year 2015, 9.6 lakh candidates in approx appeared for the jobs. And you see the number of jobs available, it's 1,194. And if you see for 2019, 8.5 lakh candidates appeared and only 896 jobs available. I mean, like, you can see the vast difference, the ratio, if you compare, it's in lakh and it's in few hundreds or even thousands. So why this scenario, which shows is a present job scenario, government job scenario here in India. The number of jobs available is reducing. Why it is reducing? There are many factors which will add to it. Why the number of jobs available is reducing. Now, if I would like to go with the employability thing, I would highlight few points why you should do BBA, which offers a high employability. Now, why is it that it's a professional course, as Ms. Asani have mentioned? It can be opted by student of any discipline, irrespective of whether you are from an arts background, whether you are from a commerce background, or you are from a science background. You can opt for a BBA course. And this course, when you are doing this course, in the course curriculum, in the syllabus of this course, you will be equipped with the managerial skill, with the entrepreneurial skill, with the leadership skills. It improves your decision-making skills. Yeah, that is very much true. It provides a foundation pillar for MBA. Now, you know, in the present market, MBA is the most well-known degree, if I go with that. So it gives this BBA course, it provides a foundation pillar for MBA. Next slide, please, Mrs. Annie. This BBA course, irrespective of any university or any state you are doing this, BBA course provides practical training, exposure, experience. Practical exposure, you do case studies, you go for industrial visits, you go for internships. So once you are done with the 3-year UG course, you are meeting the market requirement. Now, what is the market requirement? The market wants a person who is equipped with all kind of knowledge. The person is equipped with skills, equipped with sound business knowledge, and once you're equipped with it, it will enhance your employability skills. Now, here in TETSO, when we are talking about BBA course in TETSO, we enhance the employability skills of the students. We provide them hand-on experience in internship. Our BBA students, they go for summer internship, they go for winter internship, they visit stores, they have a practical exposure to what actually the practical job field in the environment. We do campus recruitment. Yeah, at the end of every year, number of organization, big companies, they join, they come to our campus, they have campus interviews for students, and yeah, those who are having those skills, they usually get selected for the jobs. We the faculties in that, so we assist our students for their future endeavors. We guide them what to study after the BBA course. We have a full-fledged plan what a student must do after the course. So I think, yeah, BBA as a course, it improves, it enhances your employability skills. I think, sir, I'm able to answer your question.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's important to realize that, waiting for a government job is fine, but we also have to be realistic, as you've pointed out, and pick up a course which will make us employable. And BBA definitely seems like, one of those courses. Now, one question which I also had was this, and this was a factor for me. Okay, I myself did not go for this course. I chose BA. And the reason was, those days I did not do much of reading, research, but maths scared me. Maths was this really scary subject. And when it came to business, BBA, I always had this fear that a lot of maths is going to be involved. And I think some students in our state also have that fear, how much of maths actually comes into this BBA course and how difficult is it? So let's get frank here, how much maths actually appears in this course and how tough is the maths going to be?
Okay, first of all, I'd like to say that it's a misconception that maths is a very tough subject, okay? I'm not telling that because I take the paper or something like that. No, not because of that, but maths is a very interesting paper. Yeah, provided there are few things which you have to know. The foremost thing is that you have to clear your basics. Okay, before getting that, I would like to share something that is in BBA. We have maths in 2 semesters, that is in 2nd semester, in context of any I'm talking about. Okay, I don't know about, I'm not very much sure about other universities. In context of Nagaland University, we semester, that is second semester and third semester. That is quantitative technique 1 and quantitative technique 2. I think they study maths in that way. So this maths paper which the students are studying, it just touches the basic and little bit of intermediate of business mathematics. That's it. Nothing much deep they go for. It's not a complicated maths which they have to study. And how they will be very much skilled with doing those kind of maths, if I say, then I think the main focus here lies with the basic of mathematics which a student learn in class 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, the basic of addition, subtraction, factorization, algebraic expression. These are the basic things which you have to do irrespective of whatever stream you take. You pass out class 10, you have to know these basics. So once you are clear with this basic, I think the maths which is being taught here in I mean in BBA, it's totally on the basics. Somehow little bit it goes in the deep of basic, but yeah, the main thing lies, the foundation lies in the basics of mathematics. They have to do factorization, yeah, not the one which a class 8 student factorize, they don't have to do that, but little bit advanced on that. But yeah, the process is same, the way they do is same. So maths is something which is very much fun-loving, interesting to do. And I think here in Tetsu, we have a talented team of teachers. Like, they really teach the maths, they solve it in such a way that I'm sure students enjoy it. They don't think that maths is anymore a tough subject. They are quite interactive and they enjoy the people, I must say with that. So I think everyone is quite clear that no, maths is not a tough paper anymore. Once you are done with the basic, it definitely is a very easy paper.
Your enthusiasm definitely is infectious. I kind of have a temptation to go and solve a math problem right now.
Sure.
Much for highlighting that it's not just a course about maths. Maths appears in just a few semesters, and this maths is not as complicated as people just assume it to be.
Yes,
All right.
exactly.
Another question which I had is with regards to choosing an institute for this course. This is called BBA. Now we do have certain institutions in our state offering this course called BBA, and outside of our state also we have some institutions that provide BBA. Now, which factors should our students take into account as they go for this course? What are the factors that they must look at an institution, and that is how they check whether this institution is good for this course or not? If you can please highlight on that.
I think this question is important. Thank you, Saranjan, for this question. Well, if I am supposed to choose an institution for studying BBA or any other courses for that matter, be it student or parents, I think what we believe, especially in this era of cutthroat competition where the employment market is very competitive, is that a degree which will promise you or which will help you be able to land a job by the end of the degree. So the first priority and the consideration that one should have while choosing a BBA college or institution is the placement opportunity. An ideal BBA institute must provide placement opportunities to its students. BBA colleges should also offer the internship facilities, and it will be very good if they can have some connections with different industries to partner or pair up with and provide both of these facilities. Second consideration that I can think of, and of course this point is very important, when you look out for an institution for pursuing your degree, you should look out for a good team of faculty who will be imparting you. So a good team should consist of lecturers who are academically inclined to their students, who will do the best for the students and provide the best help to get the best learning experience for students. Ms. Payo, would you like to add?
I would like to add few more things. One more thing which I would say, which is very much important when you are selecting an ideal institute, is the proximity and location of the institute. The institute where a student wants to go for their BBA must be located in such a way which is easily accessible for all the students and for the industries as well. In a college, not only the students will be coming. If you are happy in opening up a BBA college, as Ms. Asami has suggested, there will be industries visiting the college. They will be having campus recruitment. So it should be easily accessible for them as well. A college which will be having a good transport system so that they can have a network of transport for bringing up their students from all nook and corner of the district or state, wherever it is located. Another thing which I will say is the infrastructural facilities of the college as well. Today we are living in such a generation where just bookish knowledge is not important. I mean, we cannot confine to books. I say a student, you study that book and it's done. No, 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 no. Today we cannot go on that. So something which is very much important in today's era, in today's generation, is the availability of good internet system, availability of a good computer lab system in the college, availability of e-resources, Wi-Fi connection in the campus, so that student can access to all the worldwide information which is available, and not only confined to the information which is available only in the state. I would like to cite one example here. Here in Tetso, we have a Coursera platform. Okay, it's e-platform, learning platform, where students and teachers as well, they can take up courses, and they get certified, which are from foreign universities. And the courses, they can sit at their own place, they can take up the courses at their own comfort, and they can earn certificates. And these certificates are not something which is like of no use. They can take up courses which are of their area, which are their skills, their specialization, and these courses will add up their CV. Okay, that's why I think our commerce department faculties, we have done on an average 7 courses from Coursera, I think, Ms. Asani, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So this platform is really helpful for all the students and teachers available. And one foremost thing is the fee. Yeah, of course, the fee is very important. The fee must be affordable for the students as well, the parents. So I think, sir, we can answer your questions.
Yes. Thank you so much. That's a lot to take in, but as far as I can take on, just to repeat for the audience, I think what you mentioned was proximity, you mentioned placement, you mentioned the faculty members, which is very important. I think that's really wonderful that you mentioned that each this BBA staff member at TETSO has completed 7 courses on an average during this lockdown period. I think it just shows the kind of dedication that these teachers have. So that's really good. And of course, the fee structures, the infrastructure. So these are a few things that we should keep in mind. So thank you so much for all of those pointers. Now, just a few minutes ago, we had talked about internships, and you had mentioned that this whole concept of internships. Now, could you please explain what exactly are internships and what tasks do students end up doing? And how does it help internships? How does it help our students who take up this course, okay, BPA? How is it going to help them as well?
Okay, internships, right? The nature of internships, may vary from organization to organization. So if one is interning at a retail sector, like our students with a big bazaar, they start from the grassroots level, from the scratch. They get to work on how to maybe organize the goods in different shelves, how to put up clothes in a mannequin, or how to even fold clothes. They also practically learn on how to interact with the customers, how to do the billing, handle cash, and so on. On the other hand, I even had some of my students who interned at a restaurant, at an eating place. So they shared their experience on how to take orders. They even had to serve them their food to the table, and when they're done, clean the table and even earn tips maybe if they do well. So internships, all in all, are very fun because you really learn. You learn what it takes to be there out in the practical world at the workplace. And when they come back from internship, students they share their beautiful stories and testimonies on how they could actually link their theoretical knowledge, which they gain from the class, and to actually apply them in the workplace. So all in all, it's very fruitful. Internships result in so many, relevant and important skills for doing a job. So, especially for suiting the demands of the market. So they learn on team management, how to behave and work in a team. They learn the art of organizing. They learn to build up human skills, the importance of marketing, customer service, accounting, and the list goes on.
All right, yeah. So I think it's basically about putting what they learn in theory into practice and get a taste of the work field. So yeah, that's definitely great. Okay, now well, let's come straight to the point. Okay, what are the various careers or jobs that our students can go for once they finish this degree? What are the kind of jobs exactly which are present? If you could please highlight a little bit on that.
It was an
Yes,
expected
for
question.
sure. Yeah. So we even
I think,
prepared slides for those.
yeah,
Payo,
we
you
have a
can share?
slide. Yeah, sure. I think you can see us, Sunny. It's visible. Is
Yes,
it
yes,
visible?
yes, visible. I hope it's visible to all. Okay, yes, the career prospects. No? BBA is one of the most sorted courses. You get to equip yourself with the important skills which Payal has previously mentioned. So you know what it takes to get out there in life. So that will help you place in different job position, a different level of organization. The most common ones which we have put up in the form of these slides are this: finance manager. Now, a fresh BBA graduate can start off with being a finance executive, and then after a few years of learning and earning, they will be promoted to the level of a finance manager, marketing manager, and manager for that matter. You can also be a business consultant by pursuing a BBA degree. You can be a production executive and go on to being promoted as a production manager. Administration executives are very popular and common these days. So you can be an administration executive at different levels of organizations, be it government, non-government, private, public sector. You can be out there. You can also be a management accountant and a relationship manager. So a relationship manager basically does the role of being the middleman, which will connect the clients and the customers with that of the organization. And one can also go for being a research and development manager. So there are numerous jobs available for BBA graduates, which we haven't put it. Everything cannot be put it up in a single slide. So these are just the common ones. So for BBA graduates, there are ample number of job opportunities available. So if you get a BBA degree, it's going to be very fruitful. And in addition to that, if you have an MBA degree, it's going to be, you get to you get what you want from the job market. So nowadays, every sector wants management graduates, and you can be one. All right. So we also have prepared, few slides. I mean, few pictures of different organizations all around the world to show what the impact of BBA graduate can be. First being marketing. Yeah, marketing. Students who opt marketing management as their specialization can see themselves working in big organizations with some of the famous companies like the HubSpot, WebChutney, Ogilvy, and there's this Accenture Interactive. These are world famous marketing agencies which maybe you have heard of, or if not, you have already heard it. I mean, you have already heard about it today. So these are famous marketing agencies which you can opt for your future. There's also another set of companies, big international giants who are famously known for their marketing practices and strategies. And those are Coca-Cola, we have Helpline, Nike. All these requires, people from all around the world who have great marketing skills. And you can be hired in one of these companies or many other more if you have the right set of skills. Now, the average salary of a marketing executive, a fresh marketing executive, may range from 3 to 3.5 lakhs per annum. Next slide, please. All right. So similarly, those students having a human resource management specialization can also opt for different big MNCs that are there here. We have put up a few of it. Google, we have Delta Airlines, we also have Marriott chain of hotels, we also have Wipro, the Delta Airlines, we have Starbucks, HUL. We see we are living in an era where business has become very competitive. And it's important for companies to hire good employees who will contribute the best to the organization, who will also speak with the organization. So that's where the human resource management, the study of human resource management and the human resource department comes into picture. So if you have good human skills, you'll be hired to look after and to manage the human resource of different organizations.
Uh, I would like to highlight the next slide. These are the sample companies, finance companies, I can say, and these are especially for those students who have taken finance as your specialization paper, or you have your core interest in finance. Doing a BBA degree, you can get hired in any of these institutes. These are just a sample of institutes. I mean, like organizations, there are lots of organizations which are ready to hire your skills once you are equipped with. These are banking companies. Axis Bank is a commercial bank. They can hire not only Axis Bank, you have HDFC Bank. They will be hiring your finance skills. You will be appointed as a finance manager out there, finance executive, as Ms. Asani have mentioned. We have Citibank. It's a foreign bank. You can be a financial advisors in this bank. We have mortgage companies. Mortgage companies here are the ICICI Securities. These are mortgage companies. We have credit rating agencies like CRISIL. These are the credit rating agencies. Insurance companies, housing companies. So lot of variety of finance companies are there which can hire your finance skills, and in average you can get salary of 2.5 lakh to 3 lakh per annum. So these are just the initial salary which you'll be getting once you equip with your skills, once you are having experience. A lot of opportunities lying behind you once you are equipped with this degree. These are the mentioned courses which you have. It's like only specifying those skills. Apart from that, also there are lots of other career options available for a BBA graduates. If I highlight, I will say Amazon. It's one of the world's logistic industry. So you have a skill, you hired here as a customer management team leader. You manage the group of customers in Amazon. Radisson Blu, chain hotels, you become a revenue manager, you become a customer relationship manager here. That's a college, our own college. If we take an example, we have a group, or we have our HR department, we hire having candidates having HR skills. They manage the human resource of the college. Apollo Hospitality, they have their skills, chain of hospitals. They require human resources from all this field. So these are just a few in numbers, but there are lots of career options available for you once and while you're equipped with the degree, you're equipped with the skills. So I think, sir, we can answer your
Yes,
question.
thank you so much. I think there's a lot of options, but in the interest of time, I will just limit. I'll just ask two more questions. The first thing is that, as we saw on the slide, now most of these companies that we have projected for us, they do not really have a branch except for our own college, TEPSO, which has a functioning HR unit. I think apart from that, we don't really have these industries, located within our state. So does this mean that students who take up this BBA course for work, they will have to go out of the state, or do we have certain options here as well, for BBA graduates?
Okay, I'll take that question. Actually, it's nothing like that. No, the student having BBA degree, they don't have to go outside the state, outside Nagaland. Yeah, you're pretty much sure that the branches which we have mentioned, only few have here. Rest, we don't have the branches here. But then students don't have to go outside the state for a job. They can do their own career. They can start their own career here in their own land. I will share a slide with that. Just give me a minute. Okay, so what I was telling here, I was explaining here that is that once you are equipped with the skills, that is mentioned skills which you get equipped once you are with a BBA degree, you know how to manage your finance, you know how to manage your team, you know how you have decision making skill, you have human resource skills. So once you are equipped with this much multi-diversity skill, I don't think you really need someone to offer you a job. Rather than you can create your own job. Nagaland, it's a state where ample of entrepreneurial opportunities are present. You can start up your own enterprise. You can hire people. You can be your own boss. You can manage your own finance. You can build your own customer base with your customer management skills. You can grow, contribute to the state GDP. And you can, with your marketing skills, you can manage your own team. You can create jobs rather than seeking for a job. You can create jobs. You can have a team of workers working under you, growing your organization. So overall, if you grow for entrepreneurial skills, entrepreneurship after doing a BBA degree, you not only create job, you give yourself a job, you create a job, you lead to the development of the society, you improve the economic condition of the society, you improve the GDP of the state. So what else more you need? Such a beautiful degree giving you a beautiful course, so many things inside the boundaries of your state. I don't think so more needs to be, you can gain from this.
Yeah, I think it's important to also realize that we don't have to necessarily go out. There are ample opportunities within our own state, and it's time to be
Exactly.
self-reliant. There
Yeah.
is a lot of there is a lot of scope for growth of industry here itself, and the present scenario, especially, I think, demands it. So, all right, let me not take much time. Let me ask the last question from my side. That is the about the MBA course. Now, we know that BBA, if students want to continue their studies, they go for MBA. But students who have done their BA, okay, BSc, BCom, they can also go for the same MBA course. Then why go for this BBA course if any other student from any other stream can also go for the same course? What makes BBA essential in that case?
Okay, I would again would like to point out this. Actually, yeah, you are very much true. Irrespective of any degree, since it is a professional course, irrespective of any discipline you are, like for BBA, you can be from arts, science, commerce, you can opt for BBA. Similarly, for MBA also, you are a BTech holder, you are a BSc holder, you are a BA holder, BCom holder, you can go for BBA, I mean MBA. But then we are focusing on BBA. The reason is that BBA provides a perfect foundation for MBA. When you are doing the subjects in BBA, in MBA, the syllabus, the course is meant in such a way that they don't teach you the basics of the paper. The institute, they presume that you already know beforehand that the advanced skills of marketing, the advanced skills of human resource or finance, anything. So there in MBA, you will not have they will not teach you the basics. They don't have that much time. The subjects of BBA and MBA are so much interrelated that BBA, it's a perfect foundation for MBA. Mr. Sunny, please, I would ask you to explain more.
Yes, sure. I completely agree with you, Ms. Payal, that BBA provides a perfect foundation for MBA. See, many people, they are often confused, and they say that BCom is somewhat similar to BBA, but there is a distinction between the two, though they are similar. You see, I myself, I am from a BCom background. Prior to my MBA, I did my undergraduation with BCom as a course, BCom as a degree. So I understood the pen. When I went on to pursue MBA, I saw my friends who are from BBA background, and they could perfectly do MBA in the manner that they wanted to. And I had to put in extra effort, work extra hard, more than them, because those things were new for me. So BBA, of course, provides a perfect foundation. Other than that, for those students, those candidates coming from, say, BA background, those students coming from BSc or even BTech background, they find it quite a challenging task to pursue MBA. It's not impossible, but it's quite a challenging task, because I've seen my friends also suffering more than me while pursuing MBA. So of course, BBA, BBA is not mandatory for MBA, but it's definitely better.
Okay, so I think it's about getting the foundations right. So what you're
Yeah.
saying is, yeah, one can pick up MBA, but then those who have the BBA course, they'll obviously can focus on improving their performance because they won't have to
Yeah.
struggle getting the basics right. So, okay, right. So thank you so much. We do have some questions in the chat box, and the Q&A session is now open. So I think you can take a look at the chat box. We start with Mr. Susil Match's question: is BBA a good degree?
Okay, I
Any
think
one of you?
he has two sets of questions. Is BBA good degree? And then his second question was
Specialization.
their specialization. So which type of? I think we can take this together. Now,
All
after
right.
hearing a lot from us, Sushil, I have a question. You don't necessarily need to answer, but I have a question. Is BBA a good degree? After hearing all these things from Ms. Payal and I, that is the answer. Yeah, that is a question which I think you can also answer for yourself. But for all of us, I would like to reply that obviously BBA is a very good degree, and that is
Yes.
the reason why we are here today.
Yeah,
To shout
exactly.
to shout out for BBA course.
Yes,
So that
exactly.
BBA obviously is a good degree. And with regard to the specialization question, which type of BBA is the best? See, the specializations which I have mentioned during my answer for the first question, that was those were just three, and those were in regards to the syllabus given by NU, Nagaland University. But if you have to look out for more specializations, you will find so many, on Google, in different universities. Some of which are, you can do BBA in not a dual specialization maybe, but just go for one, say. BBA in hospitality and tourism. You can also go for BBA in entrepreneurship. You can go for BBA in finance. You can go for BBA solely in human resources. So there are so many which you have to choose based on what you feel like. What you feel like, I say so because you know what is best for your future. You know you have a plan. You have an aim for your future. So if you want, if you see yourself and you want to be in a banking industry, you go for BBA specialization in finance. Or if you see yourself handling, employees, managing them very well, you can go for human resources. Or if you're interested more in sales and marketing stuff, go for BBA specialization in marketing management. So there are so many specializations which you can choose from.
All right, thank you. Okay, Prasanjit Bhadra has a question. That is, should we go for a job right after this MBA, or should we go for a further studies? That is MBA. Okay, BBA, after BBA, we go directly
Okay,
for a job. Should we go for MBA?
Okay, I would answer in part.
sure, sure.
Actually, BBA plus MBA, it's a complete package. Okay, if I say it's a bumper offer, you can say. Okay, so if you go for BBA and you get a job, definitely if you want to do the job, you can go for the job. But the salary offered in BBA and the salary offered in MBA have a difference, I must say. Okay, when you do a BBA, I think we have mentioned the salary structure. Once you do a BBA, the salary structure which you get is the initial level. You don't get a job in the middle level management. When we discuss about the levels of management, you have top level, lower level, middle level, top level. So once you get your MBA degree done, BBA degree done, you get somewhere in the initial level. So right from the core, you start up your career. But if you are in the mood that you want to earn some, you want salary in, valuable digits, your digits must grow like anything. You can definitely go for MBA and go for further studies. If you want to earn your salaries, earn in big MNCs, foreign companies, I must suggest, because MBA is such a degree which is like focusing, which hires companies, big companies, big foreign companies, they hire MBA graduates. So with BBA plus MBA, it's a bumper offer, but yeah, it definitely depends on you. If you want to get a position in the middle level management, I suggest that go for BBA. After the finish your MBA, go for the job. If you really want to start for your entrepreneurial, go for entrepreneur, you're starting up your own enterprise, then finish up your BBA, and then you can start your own business. That's what I suggest. Ms. Hassan, if you'd like to add, I think you can add some more points.
No, no, I think that is fine. You have answered it
All
fine.
right. Okay, thank you so much. Now, okay, Alan has a question. Does NU have a good job packaging for MBA students? Like, okay, some of us might be planning to pursue our studies there, so we are curious to know about that.
Okay, I think both of us can answer, but I would like to go
Yeah.
first because I am someone who has
Yes, exactly,
pursued
exactly.
my MBA from Nagaland University, so I can be the ambassador. All right, thank you for the question, Alan. Yes, Nagaland University have a good job packaging for MBA students and students who pursue the MBA there. They have a separate cell called placement cell who solely looks after all the placement activities for their students. And it does have a good packaging because I think it is already there in my bio saying that I was selected for Vodafone as well as Patanjali once during our time, campus recruitment. So they have big companies visiting them, contacting them for placement, campus interviews. So they do offer a great package for MBA students. And obviously, I really appreciate that some of you are already planning to pursue MBA at Nagaland University. But that again reminds us, there should be a reality check. You cannot expect Nagaland University to offer placements at the same level the IIMs do. They are at a different level. Now let's be
Yeah,
more realistic and just
definitely.
expect the one. Okay,
Definitely.
okay,
Just like Ms. Asani have said, if you do your MBA from our university, it's a very good thing. But then you have to do a reality check. The companies which are available here in your vicinity, what companies, what organizations you have in your own state, and be ready that you will be get placed here only. And if you want to grow more, just like Ms. Asani has suggested, they will not be giving you a salary package, something like that of IIM, or not place you in an organization abroad. So that's a fact. So do a reality check, gather all information from the ground level, and then you can proceed further.
Yeah, I think I'm not the resource person here, but let me just also add that when you join for in an
sure,
institution,
sure.
students should definitely check if the institution is even doing placements or not. Okay, like that's so we have our placement cell set. Okay, that's so college we have our placement cell set where we have companies coming and doing placements. But there are certain institutions where you don't have any placement happening. So definitely that is one thing to check for. So it's a good thing that Alan has asked this question. It's very important to be quite aware of where exactly which placements and where things are going on. We do have time for more questions, maybe two more questions. So as we wait for any other questions to come in, I had another question that I wanted to ask you guys. That is, okay, studies, okay, further studies. Now, after this BBA course, is MBA the only field where we can go? The next course, does it have to be only MBA, or are there other options that we can go for?
No, no, it's not like that. That after BBA you only have to do MBA. It's nothing like that. There are, yeah, obviously after BBA, MBA is one of the most optimal course if I say then one of it. But it's not that it's the only course after BBA you have to do MBA only. There are a lot of variety of course you can do after MBA. Like you can do PG post graduation in hotel management. There are universities here in Northeast only. They provide post graduation in hotel management. So if you are interested in the hospitality industry, you can do your post-graduation from there. You can do event management. You can be a risk management. You can study financial risk management if you're interested in the finance line. You can be an entrepreneur as well. Definitely, you can study in. You can do your CFA, Chartered Financial Analyst. And there are lots of career options. I mean, like I can note you down. It may be in double digits after BBA. You can do it. So it totally depends on your area of interest, what you exactly want to do, what the student exactly want to do, what is his or her perception. So based on that only, I can suggest what exactly is the need.
All right. One last question from my side. That is, when I set in for this year's admissions counseling, there was a parent who asked me a question like, because of this particular pandemic right now, okay, COVID-19 pandemic, companies have frozen new hires. They are not taking in new employees. Many companies are doing that. So in a situation like this, does it make sense to still study this BBA course? What is your take on that?
Okay, Payal, do you mind me taking this question?
No, 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 please, please, please.
Okay, then I'll go ahead. So I know the world is going through a different time now, unprecedented and extraordinary, but let's get more practical. Firstly, pandemics are not, as we know, are not permanent. We don't have a solution right now, but humans are intelligent species. We will find our way to survive and go about with our lives. Hence, we should be ready for the future. And second thing is the economic downfall is also temporary. It's falling as of now, but it will rise again in future. So that there will be demands for new and more jobs. There will be various jobs available in the near future. So there's no loss in getting a promising degree like that of BBA. Actually, if we really have to cite an example in the current context, there are there is what I mean. There are a couple of jobs that is in demand in the market even during the pandemic, and uh, companies are looking for people who can handle marketing activities and by working at home, such as job positions for social media manager, content marketer, relationship manager, or those people who can work as freelancers. So those demands can be met by getting the BBA degree. The required skills and knowledge comes from a BBA degree. So even now and in the future, there's a huge viability for management graduates.
All right. Thank you so much. If we do not have any more questions from the audience, or if anyone wants to add anything else, say something else, you can please take the time, switch on your microphone, you can unmute it, and you can go
I
ahead.
think
I think, sir,
I
Amar
think
have
there is
a
a question.
question.
Yeah.
There's a
Mhm.
question. If
Oh,
I
there
want
is.
to pursue MBA in top management institute like IIM Ahmedabad, what is admission criteria? How it will benefit me? Do Tatsa College provide any career counseling? Miss Asani, would you like to please take the question?
Oh, okay, for sure. But I think in regards to this, I prepared a slide. Can you show it to us?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Mhm. So yes, the question is quite genuine, especially for students who really want to pursue their further studies, especially in MBA. I think this is going to be a roadmap for them. Okay, well, this file is taking time to present.
Can you see, Miss?
Not really. Is it visible for all?
Is this
Oh yeah, yeah, it's starting
is
to
it the
It's
slide
visible now.
visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
starting to present.
Okay.
So it's now visible, right? Okay.
No, no.
So if you
Is it
want
visible?
Yes, yes, we can see the slide. Please go ahead.
if you want to get into a top MBA institution right after your BBA or any other courses, this is the roadmap to that. You can try out this number of steps that are there. Firstly, you need to make a good application strategy. You should know when the applications are out, which university provides, opens up their admissions during which time of the year. You should also look out for different universities and institutes that are offering MBA programs. Here in India, IIMs are called the best when it comes to business schools. So you can look out, check it out for those institutions. After which you can prepare and clear exams such as CAT, MAT, GMAT, XAT, SNAP, etc. This CAT MAT is very popularly known, and I'm sure our commerce enthusiasts students as well as management students will be knowing these two terms at least. It stands for Common Admission Test and Management Aptitude Test. Now, these two types of exams are conducted yearly by, as MBA entrance exams regularly for admission to leading business schools in India. These are like the past, tickets for a movie, the movie which is called the MBA. So if you have these, if you have scorecards to these, if you have clear exams like CAT and MET, you'll be able to get the first pass to getting an admission for in an MBA university or institute. Now there are other various other exams like GMAT, which is generally accepted all around the world. There is XED, SNAP. These are actually exams that are conducted by individual universities for their own admissions into their MBA programs. Similarly, we have NUMET, which is the Nagaland University Management Aptitude Test conducted by the Department of Management Studies in Nagaland University, which tests the skills of candidates so as to allow them to get themselves enrolled for the MBA program. So in this regard, no, I mean, our college provides the best, not okay, provides a good, set of counseling services for our students. Our college helps in assisting students for further studies. If there is an admission out there in the market, the college helps in guiding the students to try for it, to go for exams, and also prepare themselves for all of this and any of the future endeavors for that matter. So after you are done with clearing exams such as these, one can prepare themselves for group discussion and personal interview. Getting an admission into business schools is not as easy as you think. There are lots of procedures and steps which we have to follow. And after the scorecard, you need to go for a group discussion. There will be a high level of competition out there too. And if you get through the group discussion, there will be personal interview round. And hence, with all of this being completed, you can get that enrolled. I
All
hope
right.
that is.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Ningtulung, you have a question. You can please go ahead. You can unmute your microphone and ask directly.
Hello, sir. Thank you for giving the time, sir. And I have one particular questions, but I would like to divide into two segments for if anyone of the speakers can support in that case. So the first thing, BBA is a wide opportunity as myself pursuing BBA course currently have knowledge about it, but I think it's hard to compare which courses have more opportunities and scope and etc. But what the first segments of the question I would like to present is that, but what I get to see recently is that a topper referring that she joined BCom because it has more opportunities than BBA, which I think is inaccurate. Do you have any message to leave for the topper, or if you can highlight about this particular encounter? The second segment of the topic is, as you have just mentioned that one of the speaker, Miss Asani, have mentioned that by not taking up the BBA and going to BBA, the challenges he faced by not taking the BBA, the foundation, but going to become and taking out the MBA is a challenging topic thing to do. So the same topper is in this plan to not take up the BBA and go for MBA. So this is the inaccurately belief that I think is she's doing something wrong. if, if you can highlight your opinion on that.
Um, Payal, would you like to take the first question and I'll take the second question?
Okay, I'll take the first part. Okay, Ningtalung, thank you for the question. Actually, I might be wrong in this ground, but what I feel is that it depends on the area of the interest, why the person actually wants to pursue BCom and why he wants to pursue, he or she wants to pursue BBA. Because as the BBA curriculum is totally different from that of BCom, that you have to agree. So maybe that particular student, that person find it interesting in the BCom curriculum, and then he or she have opted for BCom course, and rather than going through the curriculum of BBA. So if she have taken the decision without consulting anyone, that is her or his or her, I can say mistake, not even a mistake, a blunder, because he or she should have consulted that what course what is her future plan, and if he or she really wants to go for BCom, then and have consulted, that means she definitely have a full-fledged plan. She might have thought of taking BCom to have some other skills, and then she had to go for MBA. Because as Ms. Asani have mentioned, BBA and BCom are somehow similar. It's not that they are totally same, but they are somehow similar. So challenges faced by a BA and BSc student opting for MBA and a BCom student is little bit less. So maybe on that ground she have opted for BCom. So, and maybe she want to work on her finance skills, accounting skills. So that is the reason why she have opted for BCom, because accounting, if you compare BCom, we have more practicals when you compare with BBA, because BBA, the accounting practicals are less as when you compare with BCom. So maybe that is the reason why she have opted for BCom. This is any
Yes, yes. I think the second set of question was totally for the point which I mentioned on how students from other disciplines find it to be challenging task. Before answering that question, I kind of want to add up to Ms. Payal's answer. Whoever that person is, I think that is totally her choice and her plan on opting for a BCom rather than BBA. And let us respect that his or her decision first place, because everyone has their own choice, everyone has
Exactly.
their own perspective on different stuff. So if that person took up BCom rather than BBA, I'm sure that person has his or her own set of plans. You see, I mean, you take the example of myself. I took up BCom and then BBA. My choice was BCom and then MCom, but I had a slight change of that because of some reasons, and this decision of mine did not make me regret any time, and I'm sure it won't to her as well, him or her. All right, so coming to the second segment of the question, when I mentioned students from other disciplines, I meant other disciplines, disciplines other than BBA and BCom, because when I first mentioned, prior to mentioning this particular line, I said that BCom is somehow related to BBA, hence it is a little bit similar, so it becomes a little bit tougher than BBA. But that is not the case for students coming from other disciplines other than BBA and BCom. So students coming from other disciplines will find it quite a challenging task, because of the reasons that their curriculum, as Payal has already mentioned, the syllabus, what they were being taught, what they have studied so far is totally different from that. So it's going to be a challenging task in that respect. Uh, have we answered your question, Nintolong?
The main question which I would like to get answer was since the topper has mentioned that BCom has more opportunities than BBA, which
Okay, opportunities. Okay. BCom has more opportunities maybe for her or for people like her. See, I don't really know who that person is, but if someone is going for BCom, normally you're good with practicals. You
Yeah,
are,
exactly,
you see
exactly.
yourself in banking industry, insurance industry, or say chartered accountants and stuff like that. So her plan maybe is to, learn more of practicals and accounting stuff, and in addition to that, go for MBA and management, degree to enhance her management skills more. Okay, which will be an added bonus even for his or her accounting, degree. So maybe that is the
Exactly.
reason why. So opportunities may vary from your perspective, from your plans that you have for yourself as a
Definitely,
person.
definitely, definitely. Just like if I add to it, if I say a person, a BTech graduate opting for MBA, why? Why would a BTech graduate opt for MBA? The reason is he or she have already learned what he want to learn from pre-tech. He have gained all the technical stuffs, maybe in any ground that person is doing BBA, and now he want to brush up his management skill. Definitely, it will be difficult for him or her to go for MBA because the curriculum, as I said, is quite advanced. But then maybe he is confident enough that he can do it, and so he have chosen for that. So that's what I feel. It depends on the perception, what he or she thinks as the opportunity, and that's why he has opted for that course.
Okay,
All
but
right.
let's
Thank you so
sorry,
much.
sorry, but I'd like to add one
Yes,
last
yes.
line. No.
Go ahead.
Yes, before winding up or anything, or going to the next question, there is no offense to any of the courses out here. We have high respect for all the courses. It's just that there is a variation and difference in the perspective which people have.
Definitely.
Mhm.
This
Yeah,
this
that
is
is.
a very controversial topic. I'm so sorry, Saranjan, I interrupted.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's a very controversial topic. People say that BCom is tough, BSc is tough, engineering tough, commerce easy, English easy, arts is nothing like that. Actually, it's nothing like that. It totally depends on the person doing the paper. If someone tells me to write a poem, definitely I can't write because I have a nil knowledge about it. If someone tells me explain sociology, I can't do it. Similarly, if I ask Saranjan to do an account sum, he cannot do it. So definitely it depends on the person perception, his area of interest, what he or she wants to do. So we don't want to hurt the sentiments of any discipline. It totally, I think I made myself clear in this ground.
Yes, thank you so much. And as we close our discussion here, let me also remind everyone that it depends on the person, of course, what choices they make. My experience, for example, I took up science in class 12, and then I took up BA in English, and my master's, I went for mass comm, so it depends on the person and their interest. It's not, we don't necessarily have to follow a trajectory which is straight. It can definitely vary. I think that's when it calls in for a little more, bit more creativity. So as we end our session here, I'm sorry, there's a lot of questions, I guess, which might come in, but we also have to respect time. And so thank you everyone for having joined in for this wonderful catch. I mean, I'm the host and I'm calling it wonderful, but that's because I had lots of fun doing it. And thank you so much for both of my resource people. I think you have shared a lot of information, which I'm sure will be helpful. And for those of us who have attended this particular session, make sure that you also inform your friends, speak to them, and let them know that it's not only BA Pol Science or BA English or BA History, which are the options. You also have newer courses like these coming up, which might actually be a better option considering the job market. So definitely do spread the message as well. A special shout out to Miss Priyanka Devnath, who is joining us all the way from Calcutta. So she was a faculty member here before, and we are really grateful and honored to see you part of this as well. So thank you so much. All right, so with this, yeah, and as we close, I think we wanted to show the admission information as well. If you could please have that on the slide. I think it just appeared
Yes,
on my
fine.
screen. Okay.
Yeah, just.
Yeah, so admissions in Tetso College are still going on. Okay, BBA seats are still definitely there, and we will be showing the admission information on the screen right now. We have two modes of admission happening right now. We have online as well as offline. For offline admissions, you can walk into our college campus on weekdays between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. And of course, online application is open. You can go to our university of our own college website, and you can do the taking admissions from there. At the same time, displayed on your screen are the admission helpline numbers. You can also take a screenshot of this and save it in case you want to pass it on to anyone else, or you, for that matter, if you might be interested to take up this course. Okay, 700-5998-089 and 700-5998-070. All right. So with this, we shall conclude this edition of Dot Talks. Thank you so much for having joined in. Stay safe and have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.